Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a really good day, actually. I went and visited someone. I'm being of service, I'm helping out. I like to do that. I like mothering people. Is it possible that's my downfall? That's what keeps people away from me? I'm not even sure. But my topic today is, about males and females. And there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now with every sex, every transgendered person or LGB. I'm not sure. I just look at them as people. They're people, right? My problem, my issue is there's always a percentage of people that don't think right? There are people that think it's quite fine to fondle children. I say that, my heart is racing so badly because I know what it does to the child, because I'm still healing that child, because I had sex with before I was even 2 years old. And the damage that it caused to my internal organs, to my birth canal, to my vagina, later on in life, as I'd had children, I bore 2 daughters. I struggled. I had a very hard time delivering my children. I have a very hard time being intimate with a man. I'm heterosexual. So the point of this talk is, I respect everybody's personal sexual preferences, except when it comes to children. When I was pregnant with my second daughter, throughout the entire pregnancy, I prayed to God to please, I wanted a son. I had my daughter Hillary, and then I had my second pregnancy, and I didn't know I had a girl until, of course, after I gave birth to her. I didn't want to know. And I ended up with a daughter. But I realized, throughout my entire pregnancy, people talking to me about, what do you think the sex is going to be? And I wasn't the only one that was basically programming my daughter inside my belly, and myself too, wanting a boy. Well, Kayla's born, and I always called her my mini-me, because she'll always be my mini-me, because she was the one child I got to keep that wasn't taken from me, and I got to bond with. And I'm sorry if you're listening to this, Hill, but it's not your fault. You're not to blame in anything. But the fact is I did get to bond with Kayla, and I bonded with you, and then you were taken away. And it's been hard to grasp that bond again, because you're still angry with me. And I can't help that, and it rips my heart out every day. I'm not a part of your guys' lives, and I realize that you're grown now, you're adults, and you'll come to a realization that things weren't that easy for me. They really weren't, and nothing was planned, or maybe with God or whatever the universe had planned, but maybe, I don't know. I don't have the answers. I live with my heartache every day. I live with the memories that I do have every day, and I can't live in a constant state of heartbreak, right? You do know what I'm saying. I know you know what I'm saying. But anyways, I want to get back to the topic of how our children are programmed in utero, like everybody's programming, that puts things into the mom's mind, and then the mom sits there and festers over it, and all the stress and everything else that is entailed with that. So of course the baby's going to be born with whatever the mom's been thinking and what the baby's been absorbing through the belly in utero, right? But I have to say, be it gay or transgendered or whatever, two females together cannot create a baby. Two males together cannot create a baby. You need a female and you need a male. And then life is created. Unless, of course, you're getting it done in a petri dish. But men and women are definitely different. Some women, I'm not a feminist, but I want my right to choose what to do with my body at any given moment. Nobody else has power over me. They never will. And because of all this stuff that's going over the internet towards gay couples or lesbian couples, or they're people. And they just happen to like each other, the same sex. And I'm okay with that. Totally okay with that. It doesn't bother me at all. My issue is with pedophiles. And there are pedophiles within those groups, within white people's groups, Native groups, Asian groups. It's everywhere. It's not just to white heterosexual females. It's everywhere. And if you think it's not, you're sadly mistaken. And I think it's a big wake-up call for people with children to start really paying attention to their kids. When my little ones were little, and I'm not tooting my own horn, I just knew my kids. They'd take off. They're kids. I had tethers on them. They make those harnesses for kids when you're walking, and that's attached to you. My kids were on them at all times. When we were walking on the street or on the sidewalk, it was for their protection and for my peace of mind when I went out in public. So that's my thoughts for today. It's a beautiful day. Take the time to love your kids. Get to know your kids. Turn off your goddamn phones and spend time with your kids. I know we're all addicted to the goddamn phone. I know it. And here's another thing. Since the government and the healthcare system and all that have been in control of us, they've been in control of our food supply, what they put in our food supply, all the hormones that they put into our food supply. Don't you think for a minute that would have an effect on our babies and what sex they're going to turn out? You guys that are programming your children to decide, oh, you're gay, you're this, you're that, just stop it. Let him come into his own. If that baby turns out to be gay, they'll know right away. You don't have to program them. They're only doing things because they're trying to make you happy and do the things you want to do. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Take care of your fucking kids. Love them because they love you. And it's hard for God to intervene on anything when it's people that are doing the act, not God.